Hi dear students, how are you all? I hope that you are all safe and fine and are staying at your home ensuring your safety. Today we are going to deal with a new unit, Wings and Wheels. The intention behind this unit is to create a sense of love towards traveling. As everyone is not having the wings. If we had the wings, we'll always fly around, visit new places. But we have several modes of transportation. That is being indicated by the usage of the word wheels. So, this unit itself intends to create a love towards the sense of adventure. And the students will love to undertake new travels, trips, camps, etc. And this chapter will inspire them to do so. So let's move on to the poetry named From a Railway Carriage, written by R.L. Stevenson. Dear students, I hope that everyone can see the title of the poem and the name of the poet, and hope that everyone has noted it down in your notebook. This is a picture of Robert Louis Stevenson. Now, let us move towards a brief profile of our poet. Robert Louis Stevenson was born in 1850 and died in 1894. He was a Scottish novelist, poet, essayist, and a travel writer. He was well known for his children's classic. Some of his famous works include The Treasure Island, Kidnapped, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now, let us have a brief summary of the first stanza of this poem. In the first stanza, poet compares the speed of the train to that of fairies and witches. Then the poet gives a detailed description of the view that he gets, which include bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, meadows with horses and cattle, and the sides of hill and plain, etc. Now it's time for all of you to read the first stanza individually and silently. So take your textbook and read the first stanza, and if you find some difficult words, please do underline them. Okay, dear students, I hope that everyone has read the first stanza, and now I will divide you guys into different groups. Everybody's bench will serve as their group, and your bench mates will be your group mates. So, you guys can now read it together and discuss the unfamiliar words in the first stanza. I hope that all of you have read the stanza and had marked the unfamiliar words. You guys must have discussed it with your group mates also. So, now let us just have a glance at these words which are little difficult and get to know their meaning. The first word is witch. The meaning of a witch is a woman thought to have magic powers. So somebody who is having magical powers is obviously referred to as witch. Normally they have a negative connotation or a negative or dark effect when it comes to witch, and is often associated with black magic. So the next word is hedge. Hedge is a fence formed by closely growing bushes or shrubs. Or you can say that rather than using cement and stones, when you use plants or bushes to make a fence, or by growing these plants and bushes you are creating a fence, then it is known as hedge. The next word is ditch. Ditch is a narrow channel dug at the side of the road or field, or when you travel by the train, you'll see there are ditches on both sides. So it's time for me to read this first stanza. So dear students, listen carefully, because after this I'll make one of you to read this stanza. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. Of all the sights of the hill and plain, fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. So dear students, it's time for one of you to read the poem. Sharanya, are you there? If you are there, please read the poem.
Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle, all of the sides of the hill and the plain, fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by.
Very good, Sharanya. Now, I think that you guys have understood the portion. But to ensure that, I'll be asking some of the scaffolding questions. So the first question is, what are the expressions used by the poet to express the speed of the train? Amal, are you there? If you can hear me, please answer this question.
Speed of the train is compared to that of fairies and witches.
Very good, Amal. So, the speed of the train is compared to that of fairies and witches. So, the next question is the train traveling through the village or a city? Arya, if you are there, please answer the question.
The train is traveling through a village.
Very good, Arya. The answer is the train is traveling through a village. Now, let us move to the poetical device used in this poem. So, let us see what are rhyming words. These are two or more words that have the same or similar ending sounds. For example, call, all, got, got. See, they have the same ending sounds, so they are rhyming words. Now, I'll give you an activity. You guys can discuss it in your group itself, and with the help of group mates, you can say the answer or find out the answer. I'll be calling two teams, and representative of these two teams can read aloud the answer. So, the activity for you is find out the rhyming words from the poem. Okay guys, make it fast and start discussing. Okay, Hari from team 1, please read your answer aloud.
Witches, ditches, battle, cattle, play, rain, I, buy.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Diti from the second team, please read your answer.
Yes, sir. Witches, ditches, battle, cattle, plane, rain. I buy.
Yes. Now, the other teams, if you have done this correctly, then it's a very good thing. And if you have made any mistake, then please correct your answers. Now, moving on, I'll say once again the answers are witches, teachers, battle, cattle, plane, rain, I, buy. So I hope everyone has got it correctly and those who have made any mistake have corrected them. Now it's the time for your discourse activity or group activity. Write a short note on the sights that they see on the way to school. Or it's a group activity, so we can say write a short note on the things that you guys see on your way to your school. Okay guys, I think you have completed your activity. Anusha, can you read the answer for me?
Every day I travel by bus to my school. I see a lot of sights during my travel, which include paddy fields, trees, rivers, bus stops, churches, and so on.
Okay, very good Anusha. Now I'll show you my version of the answer. Every day I travel by bus to my school. I see a lot of sights during my travel, which include lush green fields, small rivers, people in the village going for their morning walk, and the church bell tolling after the Mass. So let us conclude today's session by summarizing the main points. This poem is about the experience of travel that the poet had when he was traveling via train. So he is explaining or giving us instances of powerful imagery about the sights that he saw during his travel. It also creates or inculcates in us a spirit of travel and adventure. So before winding up this session, let's have a follow-up activity. The follow-up activity is very simple. You can read any other works related to travel and traveling experience and prepare a summary of that. Hope that it's easy and you guys will do it by the next class. So, thank you and have a great day.